Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of an Terry's Moon. Flight boss, the Archangel Uriel. And I'm here to carry out God's duties of motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, this video is called, this video is about a spirit test right now. So I want you to leave your answer. You're going to know what I'm revealing by the end of the video, but I want you to leave your answer underneath the comment section, because this video don't have really anything to do with me having an answer. Well, I got my own personal answer, but the conclusion that you come to is not necessarily right or wrong. It's just the position that you like to play. And so I just want you to leave your answer underneath the comment section, but you're going to know what I'm getting at based upon the end of the video. Now, what you're looking at right now, once you, I want y'all to go get y'all a piece of paper and everything right there, because I want y'all to follow what I got going on. So this is the spirit test. Y'all know how I like to, what you're looking at right now is a piece of paper. Y'all know I like to draw. But for the most part, we know there's an undertone and a spiritual backdrop to everything that we see in the energy realm, which is the non-physical to the physical. So you know we create this with the physical realm. So as far as everything that you see in the energy realm, look at it like this. Everything that you put out, right, as far as within you, as far as an idea or feeling or emotion or an expression that you put out, it's a reflection. You see what I'm saying? It's a reflection. So that's what you need to understand. So this is when just me drawing on a piece of flat paper is adding on to the illusion. But so you think me drawing on the center of the piece of paper is just okay, he's just drawing a dot on the center piece of paper. But what I just told you is, if it's a reflection, then since you're going to be the one drawing the dot on the center piece of the paper, then it's the center of you. See what I'm saying? So for the most part, you need to know what's center to you. You're not in the grand central space of this space we're in. You're just in the center of the space that's relative to you, but you're around a bunch of other people in their own space, so you can gravitate attention and become the center of attention. But you got to let everybody be in their own space, because ain't nobody in the grand central space. So the center space is just true and is just subjective to you. So when you draw on a piece of paper, it's the reflection of your center. That's what I want y'all to do first. Draw on a piece of paper right there, you know what I'm saying, and draw on the center and just draw a dot. So right now, this is you. I want you to think about that. This is the imagination of you. This is the center of you. This is the spirit in the physical realm. And throughout this video, I'm going to be correlating how it's the spirit, but correlating how in the physical realm, why we seeing it in this way, and how we can draw all the physical realm shit in reality. But in the same way, I'm going to be lifting the veil and expressing and showing y'all the spiritual backdrop to what we actually seeing, so we can see through the illusion. You know what I'm saying? So now, once y'all got that done, y'all drew a dot. Okay, so this is the spirit connected to the physical realm right now. This is the first manifestation of your spirit that you put out externally. Now your spirit is unseen, but you can see it now because you drew a dot. So I want y'all to stay there. So this is what I want you to do next. Now, this is what you see right here, right? Now I want you to draw a line straight down the middle, a line straight across, and a line that X that out. Now why should you do that? Now look, check this out. Now, before we get lost in duality in the physical, right? I'm showing you the spirit. Now this is coming from the spirit. So look at this, the idea of you, the dot in the middle. So this is the lines is an extension, so don't get lost. You're perfection. You're perfect. This out of the zero space, you're perfection. So these lines, don't get lost into the duality of the lines. Like I said, if you get lost in the duality of lines, that's like you're still, just because one person on this side of a subject and another person on this side of a subject, both of y'all are still indoctrinated because y'all just on both sides of it, both ends of the same stick. You know what I'm saying? So don't get lost in duality yet in the physical. Just look at it as the spirit. It should always be 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. Then you in the center makes 5. That's why you perfection. You see what I'm saying? You perfection, and you extend it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you square. It's like you really just squaring yourself off, getting ready to come to the physical, but this is still the spirit. You're just extending your idea. See what I'm saying? So it should always be 5 here, because you're the 5. You're the 5. You're the 0. You're the space. So your extension gonna create 4 lines when you don't get lost, when you're in yourself and not relating to anything outside of you. It should always be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, once you start to manifest yourself in the physical, here's where y'all may get lost into the illusion. But the illusion is very real, because this is how we can experience this realm. Now, once you get lost, this you are coming into physical terms now. Now you can look at it, because since you're in the realm of duality, right, and the both sides of things, it should become 7, right? So now look at the lines. No, get lost in the duality now. That's what I'm telling y'all to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So that's the brightness you give off. So that's going to correlate to the 7 chakras, 7 planets, 7 solar system, because you are a solar system in the physical realm. See what I'm saying? I'm lifting the veil for y'all. I'm lifting the veil. So you coming from, like I said, how we was explaining it before, from just the one space to you extending yourself to you are perfection within yourself. Then once you start relating that to others, it becomes the 7. So once you relate your 5, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and you is the 5, which is the 0. Now once you get lost into relating that to others, it's split off and becomes separate. Now you got the duality of these things, which becomes 7. So once you become separate from yourself or relate to something outside of yourself, they will perceive you as a solar system. So y'all call it humans or stars or whatever like that, but this is how we're all perceiving ourselves. So this is where the duality comes in. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. See what I'm saying? And you are now the dot. Now you become the 8. Because it's like still the 0, but it's double the 0. You see what I'm saying? A 0 and another 0 relating to each other. So it's just being perceived as a duality, but it's really still you just relating to another. So once you got 7 lines, you become the 8, but it's just you being able to relate to someone else in the same space, the same way you are relating to yourself. How we just came from this to that to now how I'm telling you how it's coming into the physical. Now, and then when you look at this, you see it's like a light giving off. So like I said, if you are a solar system to a lesser life, this just looked like one star giving off light, or a flower, or an aster flower, like a plant. You see what I'm saying? And it just looked like one star to the lesser life, and it looked like that star just giving off light. And then you're going to start getting indoctrinated and start thinking, but it's really not indoctrination. You just really like thinking like, oh, okay. You start coming up with a bunch of people realizing there's a dot in the middle of the sun. You see what I'm saying? Or a dot in the middle of whatever star or whatever they looking at. I'm explaining this to y'all right now. I'm trying to lift the veil for y'all. You see what I'm saying? And what y'all think that dot is, that's really the center source, and the extension is going to be what I want y'all to do next. This is what I want y'all to do next. So you could already kind of perceive it as, let me cover this. Okay. You could kind of, now I want you to first of all look at it like this still you. Now I want you to draw the circles. Draw the circles on each end now. Because the polar opposites are becoming physical now. You see what I'm saying? So I want y'all to do that first. Now y'all did that? Now you can look at these like this. These are maybe different parts of you. You see, this is you. This is like your mind. This is you. So you can look at these like, in these circles, you can fill these up with anything. These could be different pleasures you like, different ideas, different concepts or things of that nature. But see, if you're looking at it the way you're supposed to look at it, then you could just say, these are your planets circling your solar plexus, solar system. Your solar system, your planetary alignments, you're in the center, the centric of that. Now, see, here's where we may get lost, right? Because when we talk about sun theology, like, or all the science about the sun and things of that nature, and the sun being in the head space and things of that nature, when you're drawing on a flat sheet of paper, I'm finna lift the veil for y'all so you can kind of understand this concept. And this is going to be based upon your spirit and how your spirit is controlling your physical vehicles, and how your spirit like to use these physical vehicles to experience the external realm. And each of these you may get lost in one of these, and it become a dream that's really a reality. When you wake up in one of these, you think that's reality, but it's really the real dream, because you always come back to this, the dream world, where these was created from to become dense and physical. You see what I'm saying? You gotta really understand this shit. So now that you see that this is all your elements traveling you, your center. Now here's where the misconfusion come from, right? Because it's like I said, we're looking at things backwards. This is an illusion. So when you say like, okay, if the sun represents the head, or the head represents, anytime you see somebody's head, it rules their consciousness, right? So when you say the solar system, you would get indoctrinated into thinking that we're not living in a person because of all the illusions that you're in. Even the equations that you scientists make y'all equations on, it's on flat chalkboards, flat pieces of paper. I'm finna lift the veil for y'all though. Look, it's on flat pieces of shit like that and whatever like that. So y'all already lost into the illusion in so many ways, y'all can't come back to the source. Y'all don't never come back to this initially, but I'm finna show y'all. Right? Now, for the most part, now you saying, okay, since if this would represents a person's center, and we know that the consciousness come from a person's head, then this is what you need to actually understand once we lift the veil. The center right here is you. So look at it like this, right? If these is your offsprings and these is your ideas and this is you, the center of the page is this the illusion. It's this the illusion. But since this is you and your center inside of a space, right? Then I need you to answer this question, and this is the question I want y'all to leave under the comment section, right? When you looking at the extensions of yourself, your planets or your ideas or your thoughts or your physical forms that you like to take, since you're in the center right here, right? And this is you, and don't look at the illusion of the paper no more. I'm lifting the veil. How do you look at these? Do you, from this perspective, if this is you, do you look at these like you're looking down on them, or you're looking at these like you're in a space and you're looking up at it? See what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? If this is you in the center, right? Now lift the veil. Now this is your spirit. These is your offsprings, your vehicles that you created that you want to inhabit, right? Your solar system, right? Your dreams, right? Now, since you're in the center right here, how do you look? Take your mind off this being the center of the page and put your mind on this being you. And you being in the location where you are as you. How do you look at these? Do you look at these like this is you and you're looking up out at these things? Or do you see yourself being here looking down at those things? And leave your question on the bottom of the comment section. And this also tells you that this can be the top of you or the bottom of you. So this is where we get, when we look at the head space and the sun and things of that nature traveling, this is where we get the concept of we thinking something going up, something going down. But it's really not going up and down. It's just relative to what it want to experience at the time, where in our realm of reality, we would call it as a planetary alignment. But in its realm of reality, it's dealing with itself. You see what I'm saying? Same way you deal with yourself and your mind. But yeah, I want you to answer that question on the and I'm gonna say it again if you didn't understand it. If this is you right here, and say you're in the middle of a space, just the middle of a space, and these is the extensions of you. Are you looking? Say these light rays, and this is you in a position of your seat. Is you looking down at that, or is you looking up at that like it's in your sky? Or is you looking down at that like you're in the sky and this is down beneath you? Or is you looking at these as they're all on the same page with you? Like they're all on the same sphere or same plane with you. So you got three answers you can do. Are you looking down at these things from your perception? Or are you looking up at these things and they're above you from your perception? Or are y'all all on the same playing field from you? And just leave your question, leave your answer on the comment section. Flight boss, bitch, goddamn air.